Hi guys, I'm Greg.
I'm John.
Guys, the Flash movie. This movie, which has been having the smoothest process out of all
best.
the DC films so far,
Definitely.
is getting a rewrite from the King Arthur Scribe.
Oh,
the
man.
King Arthur Scribe is a screenwriter-producer named Joby Harold. In case you guys don't know, he is the talented director-screenwriter of the film Awake,
Oh, yeah.
which stars Jessica Alba and
Hayden
Hayden Christensen, who gave us that famous sand line that everyone loves to make fun of. The film, if you put the numbers in reverse, 32%.
Oh, boy, that's 10% higher.
That's 10% higher than the 23 it actually gets. So it's
Yeah.
a little better than what you might think.
Yeah. Totally.
He's also one of the couple of screenwriters for Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow. I don't know why they keep changing the title. And he wrote King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, which we have no idea how that's going to be. So
It looks okay.
he wrote that. The Flash Project is consistently getting me a little bit more and more worried as it progresses.
Yeah.
Primarily because the Flash movie has a lot to live up to.
Yep.
The show is amazing. The show is incredible, and fans love it. And fans who don't even really care for the other CW shows, a lot of them will still be like, I like The Flash, though, because The Flash is a really cool show. Having like that be the most successful DC live adaptation show, and then now making a movie that's separate from it, there's a lot to live up to, because if this movie sucks, I feel like people might be like, you should have just gotten the people from the show to do the movie or something, or connected in some way. You had like a cool director, Rick Fumigation. What's his name?
Famiyiwa.
I just read like the
Just
first
read
couple
it
letters
out.
and then I go, it sounds like this.
It's not as hard as it looks. And Seth Grahame-Smith, too, is attached to this, who did Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Another fantastic movie.
It's weird the directions they're going with this. Announcing that this guy's doing it, I don't know what that means, because theoretically you could argue it's like starting off with Seth Grahame-Smith. That suggests to me one kind of movie. Moving to Rick Famuyiwa is like a different kind of movie. And now, like, at least having seen the King Arthur trailer and having seen that this guy's writing like Robin Hood next, I don't know. It seems like they got themselves a guy who's writing a lot of franchise stuff.
I don't see a track record that's super strong, because I even feel like a lot of the screenwriting credibility of Edge of Tomorrow, because there's like a couple of writers on it, it tends to lean towards Christopher McQuarrie at the end of the day. Like, a lot of people tend to
talk about.
Maybe because he's the most famous known writer out of them or something.
And I don't know how much like Doug Liman had like sway over how that script shaped up, but it seems like he's a name you hear, in heavy involvement with just what that movie is, beyond the book.
But then taking this writer, who doesn't really seem to have that strong of a track record, it's like, okay, cool, he's doing other big movies. That doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be, like, even better now. I mean, guys, look, I get it, though, because the more writers you have on a script, the better the film tends to be. That's just the way movies go, right?
This, to me, at least just judging by the Rotten Tomatoes page of his pedigree.
The Jobies?
I don't know. Like, the movies that he's got coming out could be cool. Awake didn't get very good reviews, but I like the concept. This, to me, suggests that they want a guy who they can just give an assignment and he will return it to them.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that the original writer, granted I'm not a big fan of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, but the dope director, it sounded like they wanted to do something different and weird with it.
Yeah, both of those choices are at least a little... Even if Abe Lincoln isn't a perfect movie, it's still like, it's not the same thing.
But this guy, I don't know, I feel like they're trying to make... DC just constantly keeps having these production problems, and they shouldn't. They just shouldn't be... They shouldn't. It's that simple. Stop.
Guys, like, I don't understand. Like, either get filmmakers or don't, but, like... Just make up your mind. Like, do you know how to work with the kinds of filmmakers you're bringing in here? Like, you're bringing in these guys who are kind of individual, and then being like, whoa, we can't work with you individual types. like, what do you want? You seems like they want a guy like this. Maybe it'll be the right match.
So, how do you guys feel about the Flash movie thus far? Are you still excited for it? What is your faith level on a scale of 1 to 10? Let's go with that.
Well, this is paid for one rewrite, too, so he's going to just, like, start from scratch, which makes the quote in this article really confusing, where they're like, guys, we're going to take everyone's ideas for this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you though? Because it sounds like you're throwing all those out and rewriting all the ideas.
I mean, the obvious choice would be just get Zack Snyder to direct it.
Definitely, yeah.
He makes DC and everything better.
It made so much
BVS
sense. It was resonant.
Was the best DC has ever given us.
Yeah, I don't think it could possibly get any better. Name one movie.
Name one
and I'll
movie
eat my
prior
shield.
to the relaunch of the DCEU and after DCEU got launched. You can't think of one.
Barring any movies before or after Batman vs. Superman, name one.
Yeah, BVS at the top.
At the top of that
It goes like
category.
BVS, Suicide Squad, Dark Knight Returns, Man of Steel, Batman Forever.
Yeah.
You know?
Those are the best
And
ones.
the worst, definitely like, it's either Batman Begins or Dark Knight. That's probably the most boring
Oh, dude,
one.
it's got to be Dark Knight.
Oh, God. What a
Yeah,
bore.
what a boring,
Overrated piece of shit.
piece of shit.
I'm glad they went in this direction after the undeserved success of
Dude.
the Dark Knight.
And can I just say, Keith Ledger's Joker is really overrated.
Very overrated.
So like, oh,
Very-
ooh,
he
Jack
didn't-
Nicholson. Oh,
Ridiculous.
totally.
So I like that the DCEU is bringing in this new writer to touch up the Flash script.
Yeah, give David Ayer 2 weeks to write the script. Let Zack Snyder direct it.
Yeah.
Best DC.
I mean, dude, David Ayer wrote the Suicide Squad script in 6 weeks. Imagine what he could do with 2.
yeah.
You know?
Like with all that extra pressure, like
Yeah.
that's when diamonds are fucking
Yeah.
forged,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, DC, DC is constantly playing with my feelings of hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Subscribe to Rail Regix and check out John on Reasons to Jerry. Twitter and Instagram. He's a social media manager of Bloomhouse's sites and the Real Rejects of the Facebook.
That's a real thing that I do.
You want to see how fast I am?
I do. Whoa. That's crazy.
I'm a Flash Speedster.
I've never.
Little toys from Kyle.
Why did you not tell me that you could do this before?
I can move really fast. The problem is I finish fast too.
Sex jokes are back!
You must be right
Right,
again.
right. The whole time his secret identity was revealed. I am Iron Man.